What's up, guys? A very short update on the price of Bitcoin. Well, you remember we were expecting that it might go lower highs, lower lows. So yeah, we had this massive drop yesterday and the price reached something like $8,500. So it was really huge drop, and apparently from this point there was clear that there must be some pullback. And if you remember, I made several tweets and several posts on Telegram around the bottom of this move. So for example, here when the price was around $8,700, there was another red 9 on TD sequential, which is a sign for the reversal. And although we went a little lower after that, we see the price actually reached almost $8,900. So we didn't make that much of a low here. Also, there was a lot of shorts on the BitMEX exchange and Binance as well, and not so many longs. And our complex head and shoulders top pattern from Bulkovsky also played out very well. The target has been reached. Actually, it's not exactly the same target, but you know, when the price moves in a certain direction, it might be very hard to find exact position, but like it was reached at least. And another one is that at certain point, when the price again was something around $8,600, we already had some bullish divergences on 1 hour time frame, but still it was the sign for the at least temporal reversal, and we had this move. But now what we have is that there is our this kind of a broadening formation, and we almost reached the support. Well, it depends how you actually draw it, but we almost reached the support of this formation. If you remember, the main point was that there is a pattern like this, again by Bulkovsky, that the price is testing this broadening formation, broadening wedge, if you will, several times, and then the more likely it will be broken to the upside. So instead of actually going here directly from this point, we had the test of the resistance once again, and then we had some time to go lower. So we reached actually 50% by Fibonacci, not 38, and that was something like $8,500. So right now we have the chance to go and test this previous resistance, and yeah, it would be something around at least above $9,000 probably. So here's the big question: where we will go from this point, whether the correction is over and we will start to make a new wave to the upside, or we will have the corrective move of this drop to the upside and then we'll continue to go lower. I think that in this situation we have to look at the reaction of the price with certain levels, certain important zones. So first of all, I would say that on a 4 hours time frame, we need to see how the price will reach, and if it will reach actually, if it reaches the Bollinger Band's baseline here. It is something like $9,200 now, but it might not actually even touch it, and we will see another leg to the downside, so be ready to that. But if it reaches this Bollinger Band's baseline, then we need to see the reaction, whether we will be able to hold above it or we'll have the rejection. Like always, well, very often on a short-term time frame, this 4 hours Bollinger Band's baseline serves as the indicator for the support and resistance. So, and like bull market, bull trend rather, and bear trend. So another one on the daily time frame, we actually are below the daily baseline on the Bollinger Bands, and again during all this rally we were above it, and now we are below it. So we might test it. Actually, it will probably go lower as soon as the price will go a little higher. So we might test it and see whether there is a rejection, something like this, but vice versa, like 180 degrees opposite or not. Also on the daily time frame, there is an interesting situation with the moving averages. We are kind of hovering around this one. This is 200 days moving average, and a little lower we have this 100 days moving average, but those are even more interesting on the weekly time frame. So you see on a weekly time frame, and let's go to other exchange like Bitstamp, for example. Price actually had a rejection. Well, those two moving averages, they held basically. This is the Bollinger Band's baseline on a weekly time frame. It's 20 weeks moving average, and this blue is 50 weeks moving average. Price actually is above those moving averages, but we are almost reached the point when we have the crossover between the two. And for example, here you see, here was the crossover as well, similar one, and that was in the middle of the bear market. You can find another example, for example, over here. And again, after that, we saw the massive drop. And basically, you can't find any other example when we had such a situation, when 50 and 20 days moving averages have such a crossover. So of course it's not 100% sign as everything in trading, in technical analysis, but well, there is something in this as well. So we need to consider this and be careful about it. So if the price will go lower, if we'll see this crossover happens, then well, we might see much lower price, guys. But if we'll actually continue to go higher at this point, so with the levels which we discussed, before we will reach actually previous support, previous resistance over here, I would say that first, again, this is 4 hours Bollinger Bands baseline. Second is $9,500 previous resistance, and now it was support and now again resistance. So if the price will go above 4 hours Bollinger Bands baseline and we'll check to test this resistance and then maybe go higher, then that line of the resistance will be probably the last one, and then we'll need to see whether we'll make a higher high or not. It's a long path to that, so I guess that it's actually unlikely that we'll see this higher high anytime soon. I think the market will behave pretty choppy, in a pretty choppy way next days, maybe even weeks. And if you would ask me, I would rather expect that we'll see the new low, maybe something like $8,000 or even lower. But of course, nothing is set in stone. And I must make an update on my trades on SnapX. If you remember, I opened last time the short trade at $9,930. I posted everything on Twitter and Telegram. You can check everything, and it was open here. I kept it until I took the profit at 8,788, so somewhere around here, and then I actually opened another trade. Again, I published it on everywhere. I opened it at 8,671. It is a long trade, and I actually set the profit at 9,334, somewhere around here. But I probably will close it manually because it's unlikely that the price will reach it. It might go there, but I will observe and I will keep you updated. We'll see. Anyway, the stop is at 8,487. So if the price will go much lower, then I guess it's reasonable to expect that we will see a lower low. So total profit is like 30% for the whole portfolio here, which I use on SnapX. It's not that bad, so I hope that if you did similar trades that you are in a profit as well. And by the way, I must point out that currently you have a chance to win $100 from this giveaway from SnapX, and well, you need to follow, retweet and like this tweet, and also register on SnapX with this referral link, so you will not only have this chance to win $100 in a week, but you will also get a free bonus of $10 through the 1000 snap points, which you can eventually transfer to USDT when you reach certain balance. That is it, guys, for today. So yeah, I will keep you updated. Let's see how the correction of this drop will be. I'm more bearish midterm, and I still think that we need to correct this at some point. So yeah, we'll see how the market will behave. And yes, I hope that it was useful for you. So thank you for watching, guys, and safe trading. Goodbye.